In this video, we will take a look at problems associated with the select from clause, specifically workout problems. These problems are a little bit more complex than the problems in the warm-up part. Let us first start by using the Classic Models database. Once you've used the Classic Models database, please pause this video and attempt the following set of queries. Let us take a look at the first query. To write a query to list out the customer name, credit limit, and country of customers. Again, we are asked to make sure we use appropriate display titles instead of column headers for all columns. To attempt this query, we start with select customer name, comma, credit limit, comma, country, or from the customers table. Please note, in this, you are asked to make sure appropriate display titles are used. And so we use the as clause. The as clause is what allows us to rename a column. Now please note that this renaming only takes place in the result of the query. This does not change the actual name of the column in the table. It only changes the displayed name of the column. And as you can see, we have renamed the three columns as name of customer, credit limit, and country of customer. Once we execute this query, we see that we get the three column names as listed above. The second query asks us to list out the product name, MSRP, and buy price of products. Again, we have to replace the column titles. So we say select product name, comma, MSRP, comma, buy price, and this is from the products table. So from products. In this case, we are asked to replace the column title of product name with name of product. So as name of product, and buy price with cost price. Buy price as cost price. When we execute this query, we see name of product, MSRP, and cost price. The third query asks us to list out the first name, last name, and job title of employees. So we say select first name, comma, last name, comma, job title. From the employees table, please note spelling mistakes are the most common mistake that one can make. In this case, we have to replace first name and last name with first and last names. And we have to replace job title with position. So we use the as clause to replace first name with first name, last name with last name, and job title as position. And there we go. The next query asks us to list out address line 1, line 2, state and country of offices, and again to use appropriate descriptive display titles instead of column headers for all columns. And in this case, this is for the offices table. And so we shall start with select address line 1 as, and we can provide it any real descriptive header. Office address part 1, for instance, address line 2 as office address part 2, state and country, again just capitalizing state and capitalizing the C in country from the offices table. And we can see the appropriate column headers here. Notice that some of the values in certain columns might be null, and that is fine. It just means that those records don't necessarily have actually any data for those specific columns. The last query asks us to list out customer name, contact first name, contact last name, and phone of customers, again using the appropriate display titles. So we say select customer name, contact first name, contact last name, and the phone number from the customers table. In this case, we want to use appropriate display headers. And so, for customer name, we can say as the name of the customer. For contact first name, we can say as contact person, first name, contact person, last name, and phone. And as you execute the query, you see the appropriate headers. This concludes the workout set of problems for the select from clause. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.